some of the most important things that I see for values in this culture is, trust, transparency, authenticity. With all of those that I connect with on a day-to-day basis, I want to espouse those values, and that's what I look for in return. So it's being willing to understand where other people are coming from, really digging deeper into where they're coming from and seeing, what are their values, what's important to someone else, and that can really help guide your relationships and help you understand each other better.
Here's some things that you would see when an organization has embraced gentle teaching. Really, they're embracing a set of values and things that they've committed to being and doing with each other. So you'd see a lot of people affirming each other. You'd see a lot of people making sure that one another feels good about their work and is offering to help where help is needed.
I think for me, truly embracing a culture of gentleness and the values that I hold near and dear would probably be respect and compassion, which are huge words that can mean so many things, but to truly embrace that and live that is a very tough thing to do. If you're working with different employees and having difficult conversations, to maintain respectful tone and language and to see and feel and offer your compassion is a tough thing, but so needed, and that's what makes people feel safe and valued and able to move forward in a positive way.
For me, it means that there's trust and compassion, that there's understanding, and it's unconditional, and people have the opportunity to be themselves. When I'm experiencing a culture of gentleness, I feel at home. I feel comfortable. I'm free to be me without judgment, to just be able to be you, and that's accepted and almost celebrated in a culture of gentleness is truly an amazing gift that we are given in these organizations. I just think very often about compassion and the ability to see things from another person's perspective. You don't have to agree, you don't have to like it, but you have to be able to understand where they're coming from and the experiences that they've had in their lives. And when you're experiencing a culture of gentleness, you understand that, and if you're truly living it, it becomes part of who you are.
When I think about this culture of gentleness, it's really a collection of shared values that exist within a like-minded group of people that are coming together to create positive change in the lives of the people that we support. When I think of what some of these values are, I think of trust, I think of integrity. Trust is a big one, is probably one of the most important values, because within this culture of gentleness, we're putting relationships at the core, at the center of caregiving. And within the work that we do, we need to really examine what do those relationships look like? How do we build those relationships? And relationships are generally built on trust, right? And a person needs to feel safe and needs to feel valued by someone to enable that trust to exist, and therefore you're able to have a positive impact on someone's well-being. Trust is probably the most integral value that exists within this culture. But more so, when we talk about a culture of gentleness, we're talking about a culture where it's free of fear, where people aren't afraid. And I think that's really, that's also important. There needs to be flexibility, and people need to have the autonomy and ability to not only live their life the way they choose, but as supports and as professionals, we need to be able to provide that support, that flexible structure, that flexible support to allow folks to live out their passions day in and day out.